What the?
Well, I guess this is pointless since I don't use scripts or anything, so let me just... Huh.
So, as we go into year 2025, I realized a lot of people are having a big change in their taste of anime, especially when the crowd that I grew up watching around and enjoying anime with, as we got older, all of our tastes started changing, and we wanted something more mature, something more down to earth, something more new to them, as well as something that gives us a good experience and something that we can all relate to. So, I wanted to introduce you to Silver Spoon. I feel like this is something that can be very related and something that a lot of people coming into anime and people that are growing up from a couple years ago or during COVID who started watching anime can learn from this and watch and enjoy this show and what it has to offer. Jinno Saji, or Silver Spoon, follows Yugo Hachiken, a studious, hard-working, and tired of trying to live up to the expectations he cannot meet. With the ushering in of a brand new school year, he decides to enroll in Oezo Agricultural High School, a boarding school located in Hokkaido's countryside, as a means to escape from the stress brought upon by his parents. Initially convinced that he would be able to do well in this situation, Hachiken is quickly proven wrong by his talented classmates, individuals who have been living on farms their entire lives and know just about everything when it comes to food, vegetables, and even the physiology of livestock. Whether it be waking up at 5 in the morning for strenuous labor or taking care of farm animals, Hachiken is a complete amateur when it comes to this harsh agricultural life. Ginno Saji follows the comedic story of a young student as he tries to fit into a completely new environment, meeting many unique people along the way. As he struggles to appreciate his surroundings, Hachiken hopes to discover his dreams so that he may lead a fulfilling life on his own terms. As I stated in the summary, the story follows Yugo Hachiken, a city boy who is running from his problems, running from the stress and the aspirations his parents are putting onto him. Unable to deal with the pressure, he decides, well, maybe I can go off to this agricultural school in Hokkaido and just run away from all these problems and I could just get by. I'm a smart guy. I know what I'm doing. When in reality, he is not ready for it. He is entering into a world of something he does not understand, all to just get away from his problems. Well, once he got there, he really thought the school would be super easy. Well, in reality, he got pretty much slapped around and reality set in for him. He ended up meeting a bunch of different people in his class. For example, Aki Mikage, the daughter of a local farmer and a member of the equestrian club. And then he met Ichiro Komba, who is the son of and an heir of a farm, as well as many other people that know how to make cheese, or that's their passion, and people that are here to help better their farms, get them into the next generation, to keep them going and thriving, and help supply the people of Japan with food to keep them going. As the story goes on, you see Yugo going and learning and getting to meet these new classmates, meeting these new peoples, learning this new way of life, and getting to open his horizons, learning about things he never knew or knew how to handle. And he started building up this like for these things, these new processes that he's discovering, from how to raising farm animals to being able to ride horses and how to take care of them, to which he ends up joining the equestrian club, and how he deals with situations, as well as just being a teenager, hanging out with people his age who are fun and relaxed while he's uptight. They slowly work on him and slowly get him to actually come out of his shell and to be able to be himself, which is amazing. So as the story goes on, and there's 2 seasons of this, you see Yugo just finding himself, defining who he is, and realizing that he doesn't have to do what his parents are telling him to do. He can forge his own path, and because of the people around him, he learns about the reality of life. Like, one of his classmates ends up having to sell off their farm because it's not profitable for how they are and what they're making. He is the youngest one of becoming the heir to it, but he can't keep up with it, and he's too young to take care of the farm. So unfortunately, they have to sell off a lot of their stuff, do an auction, get rid of property and tools of the farm to just raise money to get out of debt and hopefully keep the farm out of it. So he gets a awakening, essentially, of the reality of farming, the reality of life, and what to comes of this. You got these people that are risking everything they can and everything they have to make this food, to raise these animals, to live this lifestyle because they love it and that's all they know. and it kind of awakens something inside of Yugo, and it makes this passion burn inside of him. And as the season goes on and the show goes on, you see him getting more into it, more active with these activities, waking up on time, being out there to do chores, getting out there like rushing down to horses, and getting involved with the school and his other classmates and becoming actual friends with them. The show showcases that if he never took that leap, if he never thought that he could like easily overcome the school, he would never have had this awakening. He'd be sad and very just distraught in Tokyo and in like the major city if he never took that trip out to Hokkaido and went to that school. This book and show, which, you know, they came out, the anime came out in 2013, so it's like 12 years old now, still holds up to this day. It shows life lessons of if you work hard, you can achieve anything. If you just open your eyes to what's around you, you can absorb and get this knowledge and find out who you really are. If you go and try this new experience, you will not regret it. You will have these experiences that will change and mold your life. You don't have to live up to these expectations. You forge your own path. There are a lot of life lessons that are in Genosaji, and there's just a lot of good stuff that comes out of it. Besides, the animation's still good and solid for being how many years old? 12 years old now at this point? To the story plot, and is very solid and straightforward. Heck, I've been looking for the manga, and I really want to pick that up for me because it's just a really good, solid story, and it's been one of those animes that I always recommend people to watch, especially in the beginning of their anime journey. It gets kind of set of a bar of what to expect and what's a good standard to expect from an anime. The animation's solid, the references to the real world are very clean and very real, from how to raise animals, how to grow and like cultivate like vegetables and cheese, to how to deal with other like problems. And big part for me is how he deals with his parents. And you find that out at the end of the story, at the end of season 2. I'm not gonna like tell you and spoil things, but it's a realistic approach on how he handles it, because he expects one thing and it just doesn't play out that way, but he makes it play out to where he can get his feelings across. And it's very beautiful. It's poetic in a sense. I believe it's a message to a lot of people growing up that you don't have to give in and do everything your parents tell you to do. Not in the sense of like, oh, I'm not going to listen to you. In the sense of, you have this predetermined path for me. Well, I want to take my own path and I'm going to do that. In that sense, it's very good and speaks to the soul and does a lot. And I think this could be an anime that helps someone find themselves or find the courage to go on and do things that they wouldn't normally do. So the title says, is this good in 2025? This anime is going to be fantastic no matter when you watch it or what time you watch it. I really do think that this is something that people need to watch, something that I really would recommend for people to sit down, dedicate 12 to 13 or 22 to 23 episodes, I believe. I think it's 11 in a 12 episode season. Sit down with your friends, sit down and just watch. Genuinely enjoy it, really loved it, and I really think you guys would love it too. So let me know what you guys think. Have you watched this, or have you watched any anime that really has spoken to you in the last couple years, something that like spoke to you or changed your life? Is there something that just did something and just kind of clicked for you? Let me know. We're going to be doing a lot more of overviews of animes that I really want to recommend to people and try to get people to watch. I hope the videos and all that stuff were good for you, but I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.